guys, and welcome back to my channel and happy Valentine's Day. Today I filmed a get ready with me. For Valentine's Day I did this really pretty pink glittery red kind of makeup look. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I got this, then please keep watching. Okay, so I already started with my base makeup done and my eyebrows just because I figured if I didn't, this video would be super long. So I'm going to start by priming my eyes with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Eye Primer. And I'm just going to be putting this all over my lids. I find this eyeshadow primer to be very comparable to the Urban Decay one, and this one is literally a fifth of the price. It's, I think, $4 or $5, and the Urban Decay one is $20, so it's a super good deal, and this one holds up just as well. So since it's Valentine's Day, I found it very fitting to use my Lime Crime Venus palette. Just has all these super nice pinky and red shades, and I think it'll create a really beautiful look today. So for starters, I'm going to be taking the shade Divine, which is this cool toned brown shade, and I'm going to be putting that all in my crease with my Morphe Y16 blender brush. So I want to know, what are you guys doing today? Do you have any plans? I love Valentine's Day so much because it's just such an excuse for to wear pink and red and lots of glitter. I love this holiday. Me and my boyfriend celebrated this weekend, because he had midterms this week, so he had one today actually, so he couldn't really hang out. He needed to study. But we went to this place that's kind of like Color Me Mine, and we painted ceramics, which is so much fun. So once we have that all in our crease, I'm going to be taking the shade Venus, which is just kind of this plummy pink color, and I'm going to be taking that on my Morphe Y16. It's just a flat shader brush, and I'm going to be applying this all over my lid. And then I'm going to be taking my blender brush once again. I'm going to be taking the shade Divine, and I'm going to be kind of flicking out the outer corner because I want it to be a little smokier and a little more cat-like. But I'm just taking a really small amount so it's not too pigmented. Sorry it took me so long to post a Valentine's Day look. I was trying to film some other ones and I just really wasn't happy with the way they were turning out, so I figured I would just do a get ready with me today. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys are busy out doing things with your friends, your family, your boyfriend, but I figured I'd upload it today just to give you guys something to look at a little bit later. And I mean, I would still wear this look on an everyday basis, but I think that's because my hair is pink, but I think it's gonna turn out really pretty. So now that I have that winged out a little bit more, I'm going to be deepening up the outer corner by using the shade Muse, which is just this super beautiful kind of cranberry red matte shade. And I'm going to be taking up my Morphe Y22 brush, which is just a really handy pencil brush, and I'm going to be darkening up my outer V area. And kind of just swirling that around. It's going to look really messy right now, but we're going to take a blender brush and help blend it out in just a minute. I forget how pigmented this shade is, and I really should have tapped my brush off more. So I'm going to be taking that Morphe Y16 brush again and just blending over everything because it kind of looks like a hot mess right now. And I'm also going to be kind of flicking it out at the outer corner. Do any of you guys have this palette? I feel like these colors are so on trend at the moment, but I still feel like kind of nobody talks about it, and it's such an amazing palette. And it's not too expensive either. I mean, I know there's some kind of controversy with Lime Crime, but I got mine off of Amazon, so I didn't buy directly through the company. And I think it was $35 or something, and these shadows are so pigmented. I love this formulation. So now that we have that blended out, I'm going to be taking the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Tea Party. It's just this really nice kind of like peachy, pinky, silvery color. It's super beautiful. Mine is finally starting to dry up just because I've had this particular shade since I was like a junior in high school, so maybe like 4 years now. Is that how long it's been? Junior, senior, freshman, sophomore. That's kind of spooky. And I'm just taking it on my pinky and applying that to the center of my lid. That looks so pretty in the middle of the lid. And then taking that flat shader brush we used earlier for the lid color, it still has a little bit of product on it, so I'm just going to kind of tap over the edges of the glittery color just to help it blend a bit. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to be taking the shade Venus, which is the shade we put all over our lid. And I'm going to be taking that pencil brush again, the Y22, and running this all under my lash line from outer to inner corner. These Morphe brushes are so good. This is like my first set of Morphe brushes. My brother got me them for Christmas and I absolutely love them. And I love the gold-plated finish. I think it's so pretty. If you guys have any Holy Grail brushes by Morphe, let me know because I definitely want to pick up some more because my brush collection is just like really random and I want to expand it a little bit. So if you guys have any favorites, just let me know. So now that that's nice and smoky underneath, I'm going to be taking the shade Shell, which is this kind of like pinky duochrome shade right here. And on the same pencil brush, I'm going to be putting this kind of more on like the inner third of the lower lash line. And then taking the tiniest bit of Mousse, I'm going to put this on the very, very outer corner of the lower lash line. And kind of connect it up to the blended out shadow. And then for my inner corner, I'm going to be taking the shade Aura, which is just this light golden color, and I'm going to be taking this R Evolution BX 955 brush. I think it's a Royal & Land nickel brush. Yeah, it's a Royal & Land nickel brush. I'm going to be taking that and then placing that on my inner corner. And then on this Wet n Wild flat shader brush, I'm going to be taking that same shade and putting it under my brow bone. I think it's super important to highlight underneath the brow bone on a look like this just because it's really dark and smoky and it can kind of make your eyes look a little irritated, so you definitely want to draw some light back into there. So now I'm going to move on to mascara and I'm going to be using my favorite of the moment. It's upside down. Benefit's Roller Lash. It's just a super pretty lengthening mascara and I'm going to apply that to my top and bottom lashes. So now I'm going to move on to my face, and since my eyes are so red and my skin is so pale, I need to bronze up a little bit just to not look so dead. So I'm using my e.l.f. Duo and I'm going to be using the bronzer over here. I really need some suggestion for bronzers. I'm so pale that like they just don't work on me. Like even Hoola is by Benefit is too dark for me. So if you guys know any like super pale bronzers that don't pull super warm, I need it. And I'm just taking that on an e.l.f. angled brush. I don't know what it's called. I don't think it's really showing up on camera, but it is kind of darker in person, so I'm not going to go ahead and apply more because I gotta go out today. I have to babysit. Like, that's the worst Valentine's Day. Okay, not the worst. I mean, I did have a really good weekend with Matt, but like, I have to babysit tonight. That's so not fun. And then for blush, I just want it really soft and rosy, so I'm going to be taking my Dandelion blush by Benefit. It's just this really nice pale pink that has some glitter in it. And I'm going to be taking that on my Real Techniques blush brush. I forgot to put on a cream highlighter before I tried all of that, so this might look really ugly on top of powders, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyways. I'm going to be using Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Moonstone. It's kind of tiny just because this was this came out of a travel size kit. And I'm just going to apply that to my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to blend it in with this e.l.f. stipple brush. And then to set that cream, I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Glow Kit in the shade Gleam, and I'm going to be mixing together Crushed Pearl and then Hard Candy. This is going to give us like a really pinky glow to the face. And I'm going to be using my Morphe G23 brush for this. That's so cute. I don't think you can see on camera, but it has like a super pink reflect to it. And then just for the nose, I'm going to be taking Crushed Pearl and the Cupid's bow. That blush didn't show up too well on me today, so I'm going to be taking my NARS x Sarah Moon cheek palette, and I'm going to be mixing together. No, I'm just going to take this really dark one and lightly apply that. And then to blend everything together on the cheeks, I'm just going to be taking this large powder brush and this highlight shade from the palette. It's really kind of like a natural highlight, so I'm going to put this all over, kind of just blend everything together. For the lips, I want to keep it a little bit neutral but with a pinky undertone, so I'm going to take my NARS lip pencil. It is so small now, the lid is like bigger than the actual pencil. This is in the shade Rakugan, and I'm just going to be putting this on my lips. This is just like a really wearable kind of everyday shade that has a nice little sheen to it. But for this look, since the eyes are since the eyes are so dramatic, I kind of want to go a little bit nuder on the lips, so I'm going to be taking my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. These, by the way, are my favorite glosses of all time. It's like the best formula ever. It's not sticky at all. Like, you get none of those gross goopy strings. And it smells like vanilla, like cake maybe or something. It's just so good. To finish off this look, I'm going to be taking my MAC Fix Plus Looks like I need to pick up some new bottles. This one's almost completely empty, and I'm just gonna spray my face down. Oh, I just flung some in my eye. Okay, and that's it for today's look. Okay guys, so that's it for today's makeup look. Very Valentine's Day, super pink and glittery. I really love it. I think I'll wear this look on days other than Valentine's Day. If you guys like it, then please leave me a comment, let me know what you thought, and as always, if you guys have any video suggestions for me, please let me know. And yeah, I hope you guys have a really great Valentine's Day, and I'll see you in my next video.